Hey, what's up, everybody? So, the Game Awards nominees for the 2020 show are officially out. I thought this would be really cool to check out. The awards are on Thursday, December 10th. So, we've got a few weeks before this show comes out. So, I figured we would go through kind of like the nominees, the categories, and what I think, and who I think maybe were some snubs, and who I think are probably, my opinion, who I'm going to be voting for those different categories. So, let's go ahead and get into it real quick. Alright, so right here, Game of the Year, you've got Doom Eternal, you got Final Fantasy VII Remake, Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, Animal Crossing, New Horizons, Last of Us Part 2. Now, all these games are super popular and amazing, and I know because I've seen Twitter just blowing up about these 6 games like all year, and YouTube and stuff. So, y'all know where my heart lies. Final Fantasy VII Remake gets the GOTY, but there's some stiff competition here. Like I told you all before, Ghost of Tsushima almost got it. Almost took it away from Remake for me personally, because that game is incredible. I still have like the last 15 to 20% of the game to finish, but that game is a marvel. It is incredible, and I can't wait to see what that looks like on PlayStation 5. A lot of people, including like Soldier First Class, have been saying it looks amazing on PlayStation 5, so I can't wait to check that out. I'm going to be diving into that as soon as I get a PS5. Last of Us Part 2, it is going to... I almost feel like that's the favorite, right? I almost feel like that's the favorite to win. I know it's super divided opinion on that game. I did play it. It's a technical marvel. But as far as story goes, and music and characters and stuff, I just feel like Remake beats it. I feel like Ghost of Tsushima beats it too. But anyway, that's just my own opinion. So, Last of Us 2, not a bad game, but I don't think it gets Game of the Year over Final Fantasy VII Remake or Ghost of Tsushima. Or Assassin's Creed Valhalla, for that matter. I don't know why Assassin's Creed Valhalla, I think it made the deadline. I don't know why it didn't make it into this list. You got 7. I mean, you could shoehorn it in there because that game is amazing. That game is amazing. Anyway, moving on. Next, we've got Best Game Direction. So, I feel like here, again, as far as like looking at game direction and stuff like that, I look at the whole scope, the whole body of work, right? Story, music, art, gameplay, all that stuff. For me, man, it's neck and neck between, again, Final Fantasy VII Remake and Ghost of Tsushima. It's when you take all those things into consideration and what it took to weave all those things together into the perfect tapestry that those games are, I give a slight edge to Remake again. I give a slight edge. And I am a little biased, don't get me wrong. Let's not get it twisted. I'll keep it 100% real with you all, right? I am a little bit biased about Final Fantasy VII Remake because I just thought it was so good. But that I can also take myself and my bias out of it because it's only like a slight amount. I can take it out and then look at everything kind of from an objective point of view. Ghost of Tsushima, I would not be surprised if Ghost of Tsushima or Hades wins this category. I would not be surprised. Of course, Last of Us Part 2 is the asterisk in all these because, I mean, that is the homegrown American California studio game, you know. I think it's California, right? I think they're Naughty Dog's in California. But that is the homegrown game, so... But Sucker Punch is too, so, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. It's throwing out spitballing here. This stuff is really fun for me. So... And you all chime in with your comments and what you all think is going to win these categories in the comments too. I'm really interested to see what you all think. I do read all the comments. I don't always get to respond to all the comments, but I do read all the comments. Best Narrative, Final Fantasy VII Remake. This story, the emotion in this story. Now, granted, Last of Us Part 2 has a lot of raw emotion and stuff in it, but I think it's because of one critical factor in the story, and I won't spoil it for any of you all who may not have played it, but from start to finish, Final Fantasy VII Remake, just a glorious story that's not finished yet. And I've got thoughts on why Final Fantasy VII Remake may not win a lot of the categories that it should win. I'll talk about that at the end of the video here. Best art direction, man. Ghost of Tsushima or Ori and the Will of the Wisps. I think those are the two. Now, I think this is one that The Last of Us 2 could probably win because it is a technical marvel. It is gorgeous, but so is Ghost of Tsushima. And Ori and the Will of the Wisps just looks absolutely incredible. And this would be a big win for Xbox. This would be a big win for Xbox, so I could see Best Art Direction probably going to that. Final Fantasy VII Remake, I think, is going to get hit a little bit in this because I thought the art direction was amazing in that, but it did have the texture and the loading issues that people griped about online. It didn't take me out of it, but I understand how it took some people out of the game, so I get why that could be a issue for some people. Hades, of course, all 5 of these games are beautiful games, but I think it's going to go to Ori and the Will of the Wisps. Close second maybe to Ghost of Tsushima. Now, I know, Ghost of Tsushima's got to win a couple of these, right? I know. This is just my opinion, but Ghost of Tsushima is like close in every single category. Best score and music, this is Final Fantasy VII Remake's trophy to take home. The music, the score in this game was just absolutely phenomenal. It was off the charts. Just every raw emotion. I mean, who didn't get hype for that Airbuster battle? When the and it kicks up, and then you get into the third phase of the fight, and then the choir kicks up, and it's just this whole epic kind of... I got goosebumps thinking about it right now. I got goosebumps thinking about that right now. Holy shit, that was amazing. Yeah. This is Final Fantasy VII Remakes to take home. If not, if it doesn't win this one, I check out. If it doesn't win this one, I'm like, this is all bogus. That's how I feel about that. Now, best audio design. You got Doom Eternal, you got Half-Life Alyx, you've got Ghost of Tsushima, Resident Evil 3, The Last of Us Part 2. Doom Eternal, Resident Evil 3 are probably one of the two that are going to win it in this one. The sound design of Resident Evil 3 was incredible. The game was really short. In my opinion, didn't have a lot of replay value. The game was really short. But the sound design, the tension, the ominous lurking threats that you could hear. I mean, even just the vacant Raccoon City in the background ambiance was just incredible. So I give a slight edge to Resident Evil 3, but I would not be surprised to see Doom Eternal take this one. And again, Ghost of Tsushima, right there. It's right there. Ghost of Tsushima's right there. So, all right. So, best performance. Whoever wins this one gets an asterisk by their name, in my opinion. Now, whoever wins this totally deserves it. Totally deserves the win. I have not played Miles Morales, and I have only played just a little bit of Hades. But I will say, out of what is presented to us here in this category, I gotta go with Daisuke Tsuji. I think he was incredible in Ghost of Tsushima. People complain, it's like, oh, he's kind of like, he's not all over the place. He's like real even keel. I'm like, well, yeah, he's a samurai, like breaking out of the role of the samurai. He was the cornerstone, the pillar of that game. His performance was really the pillar of this game. Jin Sakai is one of the greatest video game characters of this generation. Like original characters, he's one of the greatest game characters of this generation. It will probably go to The Last of Us 2 because those performances were really good too. Those performances were excellent from what I heard of it. You know, take your opinion about the narrative and what happened out of it. You got to give it to these ladies. They really killed it, especially Laura Bailey. I thought she really did a good job in the game, but I really feel like this is Daisuke's to win. Now, I'll say an asterisk because John Eric Bentley should have been nominated and should have won this one. Barrett, his portrayal of Barrett was the heart and soul of Final Fantasy VII Remake. It was the heart and soul of that game. You all have heard me say it repeatedly. You all have seen me post it on Twitter. You all have seen me talk about it in the videos here on YouTube. Repeatedly. I will die on that hill. That is my hill to die on right there. John Eric Bentley got snubbed in this category. And that is no disrespect to anybody who was nominated in this category. All these are excellent performances. excellent performances. And any one of these, and again, I haven't played Miles Morales. I only know what I've seen in the trailers because I don't have a PS5. But from what I've heard of him, he's good, but I haven't played the game. What little I heard of Hades is really good. These other three, phenomenal. They all knocked it out of the park. But John Eric Bentley took a character who has been kind of mired, and like people say, oh, he's got racist dialogue, he's Mr. T, whatever. I've always said Barrett is a good dad, a strong leader, conflicted on what the right thing is to do. John Eric Bentley, like he absorbed that. He crushed that role. He owned it. And to take a character who is beloved in a game that is universally, worldwide beloved and heralded as possibly the greatest game ever made, and in my opinion, it is the greatest game ever made. And after all those years, to take that character and own it and make it what it was, John Eric Bentley is your best performance of the year. He's not on the ballot, but he is your best performance of the year. Anyway, moving on. Games for Impact. I'll be honest with you all, I don't know a whole lot about this category. I really don't. So for me to give an opinion on this will not be doing these games justice. You all chime in the chat and the comments, let me know what you all think. I'll be honest with you all, I don't know anything about any of these games. I don't. So let me know what you all think, and if they're good, I want to try them out. Let me know. I trust y'all's opinions. Best ongoing: Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Call of Duty Warzone, Fortnite, No Man's Sky. This is not my category. I don't know. Fortnite. I mean, that wins all these types of categories, right? So I would just assume Fortnite. I don't know. Best indie game. Okay, so you've got Carrion, you've got Fallout, Ultimate Knockout, you've got Hades, you've got Spelunky 2, you got Spiritfarer. Spiritfarer is amazing. The game's amazing. I think this goes to Hades. I think this goes to Hades because it got a lot of the second half of the year kind of buzz and hype, and it's a great game. It's a beautiful game. It's well acted. The music is good, and the game itself is fantastic. So I think this goes to Hades. Best mobile game, no idea. Among Us, because I've seen all the memes. I mean, I really don't know. I don't play mobile games. So it's Among Us, Call of Duty Mobile, Genshin Impact, Legends of Runeterra, and Pokemon Cafe Mix. Now, I was curious about Genshin Impact, but seeing a little bit of the gameplay, so I was hyped for it when I first saw it, right? But then seeing some of the gameplay, I was like, man, this is kind of like current day cliche JRPG. Like, the artwork looks like everything else coming out of Japan right now. It's becoming very the artwork is amazing, don't get me wrong, but the look is very stale in my opinion, because it looks like Claymore, it looks like Sword Art Online, it looks like all these other anime that come out and JRPGs that come out now. So I'm gonna buy on Among Us on this one, and we'll sell on the rest of the categories. But Call of Duty's popular. I mean, who knows? Best community support. Roll the dice. Fortnite. I mean, I would guess. Best VR AR. So you've got Dreams, you got Half-Life Alyx, you got Marvel's Iron Man VR, you got Star Wars Squadrons, and you've got The Walking Dead, Saints and Sinners. All right. So I'm going to go out and I'm going to say Dreams on this one. I know people are a little bit split on this game, but I know the hype for this game when it came out was amazing. Everybody was looking forward to it. And from what I understand, people still are playing this game and having a great time with it, even though I think it came out earlier this year. So I'm going to go with Dreams on this one. Innovation and accessibility: Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Grounders, Hyperoot, The Last of Us Part 2, Watch Dogs Legion. Assassin's Creed Valhalla, because I'm voting for it because it's one of the best games to come out this year, and it's getting no love on this list. It is getting no love. Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I'm buying that all day. Best action game. Alright. Doom Eternal, Hades, Half-Life Alyx, Neo 2, Streets of Rage 4. Streets of Rage 4. It don't get more action than that. Streets of Rage 4 for the win. I'm buying on that for best action game. Best action adventure game: Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Ghost of Tsushima, Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales, Ori and the Will of the Wisp, Star Wars Fallen Order, Last of Us Part 2, Ghost of Tsushima. Ghost of Tsushima winning this category. Again, I want to give it to Assassin's Creed Valhalla, but, you know, Ghost of Tsushima, it's going to win some, so I think Ghost of Tsushima is going to take this one. Best role-playing game. Final Fantasy VII Remake, Genshin Impact, Persona 5 Royale, Wasteland 3, Yakuza Like a Dragon. I would say, in my personal opinion, it's down to Final Fantasy VII Remake or Yakuza. I'm going Final Fantasy VII Remake. I did play a little bit of Persona 5 Royal. I bought it, played a little bit of it. It ain't my cup of tea. It ain't my cup of tea. It's just, I don't know. Something about the art and everything in the game, it's just, I don't know, man. It's just not my cup of tea. Maybe I'll get back to it at some point, but for me personally, it's just not my thing. So, all right. Best fighting game. Grand Blue Fantasy versus Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate, Street Fighter 5 Champion Edition, One Punch Man, A Hero Nobody Knows, and Under Night in Birth XC Late, whatever, however they name those games. Jesus Christ. Excuse me, I'm a little under the weather too right now, so bringing y'all this a little bit under the weather. You know what? You want to say Mortal Kombat 11, but I'm going with Grand Blue Fantasy. I'm going to take Grand Blue Fantasy to take this one home, because I think Mortal Kombat 11 won it last year, didn't it? So I'm going with Grand Blue Fantasy. Best family game. Animal Crossing New Horizons, Crash Bandicoot 4 It's About Time, Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout, Mario Kart Live, Home Circuit, Minecraft Dungeons, and Paper Mario The Origami King. I am going with Crash Bandicoot 4 It's About Time. That is my pick to win this one. Crash Bandicoot, been away too long. This game's amazing. It's a great current gen classic platformer. Perfect platforming experience. A great callback to a great return to form for Crash Bandicoot. So I'm going with this one to win Best Family Game. Best Sim Strategy Game. I don't know. This isn't my thing. Crusader Kings 3, Desperados 3, Gears Tactics, Microsoft Flight Simulator, and XCOM Chimera Squad. I'll go with XCOM because I've played XCOM games in the past. Those were really fun, but I don't know anything about this new one. But anyway. Best Sports Racing Game. Dirt 5, F1 2020, FIFA 21, NBA 2K21, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2, of course. Best sports game come out this year. Best multiplayer experience, Animal Crossing New Horizons, Among Us, Call of Duty Warzone, Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout, Valorant. I'm going to go with Fall Guys on this one just because I didn't play it, but I know a lot of people I know on Twitter just were posting about it all the time, so there you go. Content Creator of the Year. I don't know any of these people, so I don't care about this category. I mean, I'm sure they're fine. I don't know who they are, though. So, some of my personal favorites. I really like Nine. Nine's a great content creator. He could be on this list. Soldier First Class could be on this list. That's right. I'm looking at you, baby. I'm looking at you, Soldier. Looking at you, baby. And, of course, Maximilian Dude. I mean, he's incredible. How can you not throw him in this list? But if I were to wager a guess, these are all esports people or whatever. So, I mean, this category is kind of... This should have an asterisk by this category as well, I think. Best Debut Game. Carrion, Mortal Shell, Raji and Ancient Epic, Roki, and Phasmophobia. Carrion was awesome. Best esports athlete. I don't know. I don't care. Best esports. I don't know. I don't care. Best esports event. Well, you know, let's see. Nah, I don't care. Esports game. Don't care. Esports host. Don't care. Esports team. Okay, so the last half of this is exactly where it belongs, in the bottom. I don't care about any of that. That's right, I said it. That stuff is fun, but I don't know anything about it, so I'm not even going to waste y'all's time. Anyway, this video is already running long. That's my picks. And what I said earlier about Final Fantasy VII Remake maybe not going to win a lot of the title or a lot of the categories it probably should win this year. I said it before. I said it earlier this year when I finished Final Fantasy VII Remake. This is the Lord of the Rings, right? They know there's more games coming. When this game is finished and the final piece of the saga comes out, it will win every category it is in for. It will get the clean sweep. It will get the clean sweep. It's Return of the King, right? I mean, Two Towers, actually, Fellowship of the Ring and Two Towers both could have won Best Picture in all the categories it was in all those years. But they knew when Return of the King came out, they knew it would be a grand slam. They would have to give it to all those movies because they were that good. They were putting asses in the seats in a period where cinema was downtrending a little bit. So I think when it's all said and done, when Final Fantasy VII Remake's third or fourth game, the final game comes out, it will win all the categories. Until then, it's still going to win a lot of the categories it's in. It's not going to win them all. But when the final game comes out, I think they will look at the whole body of work and be like, and the winner, Final Fantasy VII Remake, and the winner, Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 4, or whatever, that's what's going to happen. And so this year, don't get upset if it doesn't win, if it only wins a couple of awards. I could really see that happening, not because I feel that's the truth, but because they know when all these games are out, it's clean sweep. And this is all opinions anyway, right? This is all opinions. This really doesn't matter. None of this really matters. Your favorite game of the year is the game of the year. Your favorite direction is the best direction of the year. Your favorite voice actor is the best voice actor of the year. Your favorite score is the best score of the year. Your favorite art direction is the best art direction of the year. You see where I'm going with this? See where I'm going? So don't get upset if what you wanted to win doesn't win, because it won you. It won you, so it already won. That's all that matters, right? That's my opinion on it. That's how I look at these things. My opinion, John Eric Bentley, home run, right out of the park. He killed it. And I expressed my views with you all on this. So if a game you don't care much for wins a lot of categories, don't be salty about it, because it's number one in your heart, and that's all that matters. So nobody can change that. Anyway, y'all have a great night. Keep rocking. I will catch you all in the next video. Y'all have a great night. Take care. Be good to each other. I'll see you all in the next video.